Good morning, everybody. It's Barb Katie here. Good morning, everybody. It's Barb Katie here. I hope you had an absolutely fabulous weekend and got time with those you love and treasure most dearly. It certainly was the case here. And now this morning, I've been contemplating all the joy that we celebrated this weekend by being together in different ways throughout the country, because I'm sure your family probably ranges far afield. Some of the family members live away and couldn't get in because of the dreadful weather that we all, for the most part, experienced. I know here in West Virginia, our temperatures were well below zero for several days, and nothing compared to some of you, but here in West Virginia, -9 degrees is pretty darn cold. It's warmed up today. We're having a heat wave. It's already 15 degrees, so that's exciting. And I just wanted to spend a little bit of time with you because you may still have family with you and you certainly want to focus on them and being able to reconnect. But as we get ready for the new year, I thought it might be good to just continue on the course of preparing for the new year that we've been on for the last few weeks, while we appreciate and celebrate and work on making the time we get to spend together even more precious and dear. Memories are priceless, and we certainly want to spend time making good memories whenever and wherever you can. So with that said, I'll do you a little recap about goals for the new year. And the first thing we talked about when we began this journey was basically to define your goal in writing. Writing it down on something that you can look at is a good way to keep it front of mind. My goal for the new year, I put on a sticky note, and every time I go to the computer, it's there as a reminder. I think I probably need to make a few more sticky notes to put in different areas of the house to make sure that when I'm in those areas where my real issues may be actually evolving, they can serve as a reminder too. I don't like eating in front of my computer, and so I'm not as tempted there as I am in my kitchen or other places. I saw one member post a cartoon during this last week that has a lady looking blankly into a refrigerator, and the caption was, "What you're looking for isn't in there." And I think that's very true this time of the year. Some of us, the family, can't make it in, and so we get lonesome and we're missing them, and we want comfort, and we go looking for comfort foods to make our spirits temporarily raised a little bit, and we know that's not the answer. But at any rate, we talked about clearly writing down our goal in simple language and making it visible throughout the house. We certainly want to maximize every effort we make to meeting those goals. And one of the things that came up in that discussion was to be sure that you ask the right question. Do you want to lose weight, or do you really want to become more healthy in the new year? Because those are two totally separate items. And I always want to go to health wherever I can. I remember Mrs. Mance once saying that if you lose your health, what have you gained? And that's so true. Being as healthy as you possibly can is really essential. And we talked a little bit about setting SMART goals, and there's a wonderful exercise you can go through in My Day One that helps you set your first in a series of what will be SMART goals throughout the year to be able to sharply define and make them more concrete as we go through, sort of like stepping stones of progress each time you add a new SMART goal. Then we talked about dividing the ultimate goal into these small SMART goals, so that we see steps in the process as we go through it and can celebrate them for the progress that they represent. And we also talked a little bit about identifying the resources that we need. That was last week. We brought that into play. And people are a wonderful resource that we don't always focus in on. With me, with my with TOPS, with your support, with the support of my chapter, particularly, I find that essential to get as much support in your process as you possibly can, and to develop your strategy and reach out to them. This week, what we're doing, or what I'm doing, and I encourage you to think about doing, is to prioritize and make decisions about what I want to do first. Another question that you might ask as you prioritize is, am I going to do this totally by myself? Or am I going to enlist the help of others and make this a team effort? And when it comes to team, it's quite different than flying solo, because you have to communicate. You have to illustrate. You have to have conversation with those that you wish to help you. I can remember once during the roll call at a chapter meeting, one of our members had a really difficult week. And when it came time for her to report on her progress, her scale and non-scale victories, one of the things she said was, "Nobody called me." And so our leader said to her, "Did you reach out to anybody to let them know you needed help, that you needed their assistance, their encouragement, their ideas? Or did you expect them to read your mind?" And that really hit home to me, because I'm so used to trying to stand on my own 2 feet and get her done no matter what, that I'm guilty of that. I will not necessarily reach out. I can do it myself. It's okay. Don't worry about me. Let's take care of you. And again, I think that's probably part of being an oldest child is, you look to take care of others before you look to take care of yourself. And that's a whole different way of doing. And then if you're going to prioritize, oh boy, that's a hard word to say, prioritize things. What do you need? Can you put nouns and verbs together in a way that clearly says to somebody, I need you to help me by taking these actions in this situation? And I think we all know that we have people in our lives that don't always know how to help, and that takes conversation. I know with me, if someone says, I'm really busy right now, I pretty much shut down immediately. And I say, oh, okay. I step back. I don't want to impose on you. Where that person might have been just up to her elbows in dirty dishes and cleaning up the sink and would be happy to listen and to help in 5 or 10 minutes. But my radar went up and I thought, oh, I've extended beyond my boundaries and I'm asking for more than I should. So again, that pushes me back to trying to go it alone. And I joined TOPS because that was definitely not working for me, going alone. Like the song says, I get by with a little help from my friends. And that's really essential, to make certain that you feel worthy of getting the help and that you feel confident in asking others who could help you for their help and support in a wide array of things. It doesn't always have to focus on weight management issues. And I know that there are a lot of factors other than dealing actually with the weight that can create weight management issues. Right now, I think about all the foods that have been offered through this holiday season that for my family began back in October and is pretty much gone along throughout the rest of the year. There have been many opportunities to take advantage of comfort foods, not just on the day of the event, but during other days as well. And that's not helpful for me. And I'm proud to say that this year I managed to reach out and talk and get some help and not go to the items that I would normally go to that are pretty much high calorie. It seems like as an individual, I like best things with sugar, salt, or fat in them. Well, think of the things that we serve during the holidays. It's my triumvirate is almost there in every food item. But by being aware and making a plan, I actually managed to lose a little, not a lot, each week. Made me real happy to say that. I think 1 week I had maybe a quarter-pound gain that, if you ask me honestly what caused it, it would probably have been the change in clothing I wore that day, because it was really, really cold that day and I had bundled up more when I went to chapter. But be that as it may, it was a big help in getting through the holidays feeling good. And I'm feeling good about the new year. I'm really looking forward to it. And we'll talk a little bit about that next week, because January the 2nd is the first Monday of the new year. And I'm ready to be off and running at a little bit higher pace than I am right now. This time of the year, I just wanted to be sure that I did not get in the way of myself in making choices throughout the holiday season. And I think it was Richard Simmons once that said, focus on maintaining as opposed to gaining during the holidays, that if you can do that, you've accomplished a major step forward. So whether your goals are solo or team, you need to know what your priorities are and get them in place and begin. If you want to begin today, it's good. If if you're going to target a different date, but make a plan and commit to it and begin. Because if you never start, you can't ever finish. So despite all that we've gone through during this period of time, I'm extremely hopeful that success is mine, that I will find the pathway. And some of the things that I think I'm going to try to rely on others a little bit more this year is to let people know what I'm trying to do. So they don't have to try to read my mind. It gets pretty fuzzy in there and pretty busy. So maybe just saying, I'm really working on this right now, and this is something you could really do to help me, just as opposed to them acting in a way that's not in my own best interest and being unaware that I even have this as an objective in mind. I also think that sometimes a simple list of things that still remain to be done is helpful. If today I didn't get to walk as far as I wanted to get, I need to, to own that and bring that front of mind so that I can find a way tomorrow to make sure that particular goal for me is met, and not just scuff it off or push it to the side, and to let people know, don't let me sit on the couch and vegetate. Encourage me. If you're going to the mall to shop, I can go mall walk. The temperature inside the mall is lovely. I don't have to necessarily get out in the harshest of elements. I admire people who do that, and we have members in our group that are so faithful every single day to accomplish that. Doug and Yvonne are probably our walking rock stars in this group, and Yvonne's coming up on 2 years. That'll happen next week on her walking journey. And my goodness, Doug, all the millions of steps that you've made, you inspire all of us with your dedication and making that a priority item in your life. And this is what all of us need to do, is pick that priority item, because from it, other opportunities to complete other goals will come. Again, holding ourselves accountable when we do or do not meet a commitment that we made to ourselves is key. And even sharing with others that I need you to be available tomorrow to make me go outdoors and take a walk. I need you to help me tomorrow or today or whenever to plan a food plan for the week that is convenient for me and filled with foods that I really like to eat and enjoy. I need you because I'm missing a loved one who's no longer with us, to just be there as a friend and let me know I'm not alone in the journey. All of these things count. And, how you prepare to receive help is a priority item for many of us. The 5 basic steps that I see when we as TOPS members try to help each other is to, first of all, let each other know what we're trying to accomplish here. Keep a list of things that still need to be done so they don't get forgotten. Check in with someone to help you be accountable. Knowing that I have to check in with Julia at weigh-in is a huge help to me. She is non-judgmental. She does the weigh-in very accurately, and she's always got something encouraging to say, no matter what the number is. And one of the things I love about her is she always talks about non-scale victories. And, tell me what you did this week that really helped you in your journey this week. That means a lot to me. And then give yourself a deadline for the project, so it doesn't just, I'll go for a walk. That's so vague. Pick a time, pick a place, pick a buddy, whatever, but set yourself up to commit definitely in a tangible way. And this one probably is the most difficult one for most of us, and that is to anticipate and act on needed priority changes, because life happens and what you may have planned for the week may go out the window in a nanosecond because of some unanticipated, unplanned for, unpredicted event that is just going to turn everything topsy-turvy for a little bit. Life happens. That's a fact. And we need to work with reality. We can't just say, well, this happened, so everything else is off. No, this happened. I can develop or have already in place an alternate way of doing, a different plan. Trying to stick to an ironclad list of priorities that was written at the beginning of the project may not work because of the fact that life happens, and what you may have thought would get you to where you want to go, that way is now blocked to you. I was watching football over the weekend, and there were a whole series of injuries that took players out of the game. Life can be like that. You can be prepared as you possibly can be, in as good shape as you possibly can be at that moment of time, and something interjects itself, and you have to adapt. You have to adjust. You have to be flexible in order to move forward and keep making progress. You can't just throw up your hands and say, well, that happened. I no longer have a wide receiver. I just am going to have to quit playing this game right now because I no longer have a wide receiver. No, you change your game plan and you find a way to win the game. If you stay flexible and adaptable and can adjust as needed to see that your priority is going to still be focused on and you have a good chance of meeting it. So I'm really looking forward to the new year as it dawns. And I love the comments that you share when I'm talking. I see my friend Ron has popped in with one that I particularly like, and it is simply, if you never start, you won't finish. And that's very good advice from a fellow TOPS member who has been my friend for many years. Ron has lost over 100 pounds and kept it off over 40 years. If anybody knows that's the truth of the matter, it's Ronette Wimberg from Illinois. So thank you, Ron, for that encouragement. I truly am grateful to all of you as always. And as this year, we're about to bring down the curtain on, we're also ready to raise the curtain very soon on a brand new, crisp year of opportunities for success. And I'm looking forward to continuing my journey with you throughout the new year. Stay warm and cozy and stay happy. And remember that we're all here for you, just as I know you're there for us. Happy New Year soon, everybody. Bye for now.